Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us as we bring you updates from the CBN this week. I'm Oluyemisi Dada. The Central Bank of Nigeria and the Bankers Committee have intensified efforts to supply the stimulus required for the Nigerian economy to grow. As part of the stimulus, the Bankers Committee at its press briefing in Lagos Thursday said it will be lending about 200 billion naira to promote exports in agricultural produce such as palm oil, cocoa, sesame seeds, cashew, shea butter, among others. The 200 billion naira is to be disbursed by deposit money banks and will attract single-digit interest rate and 10 years tenure. Similarly, the Nigerian creative industry is to benefit from the stimulus packages of the Central Bank and the Bankers Committee.
A lot more work has been done, and there are 4 verticals. One has to do with movies, the other has to do with music, the third has to do with IT, and of course, the fourth has to do with fashion. And what we've decided to do is to take it to the next level, which is basically to revisit the entire value chain of each of these verticals. So right from the production facilities all the way to the last mile in terms of capacity building and making sure that whatever is produced along each of the verticals is such that it is of world-class standard. So today at the Bankers Committee, we got the final nod to take it to the next level, which is simply to do a final presentation and share with the markets how it's going to happen. So I would imagine that sometime next week, there will be some advertorials out in the market for people or eligible people who want to participate in each of the verticals. I'm talking of people who want to be beneficiaries of the facilities which will be given.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has refuted the report of a survey claiming that 70% of rice consumed in Nigeria are imported. CBN Director, Corporate Communications Department, Mr. Isaac Okorafor, explained at the Bankers Committee press briefing in Lagos Thursday why there is no truth in the claims, urging Nigerians to support the bank's initiatives aimed at attaining self-sufficiency in food production.
A certain study by a certain publication saying that 70% of rice in Nigerian markets are imported rice. I think I have serious doubts. We should express serious doubts over that study. I'm sure they must have put their parameters upside down. And I want to urge you to go into the markets to find out for yourselves. And even within this room, if you take a sample of people, you will know that most families now eat Nigerian rice. What may be confusing to people is the level of packaging, the quality of packaging that you see. And when you see it, some of them are actually better than some of the smuggled rice. And so you need to read on the bags to be able to know that this is made in Nigeria rice. I know that a couple of people are also making that, having a national study of that very phenomenon, whether the imported rice is still as much as was written in that report. So I will urge you to also engage in such a report. You will be pleasantly surprised that that report is not true. I also want to make it clear to all of us that the CBN has decided to work with relevant agencies to deal with smugglers. The Bankers Committee also took that decision today to work with relevant agencies to deal with all those people who are sabotaging our economy through funding or giving access to smugglers. And we are already working with the EFCC on that.
And that's all from the CBN at this time. Many thanks for watching.